and so on and so forth.
But Mr. Chairman, the problem is that we had a presentation like this last year, and it did sound good, as this presentation sounds good, that there's been some changes made, that there's various meetings going on with municipal officials. So we had that discussion last year. But then after the storm hit, it turns out that many of the municipalities said they were not on board with the changes. They either didn't know about them, they didn't agree with them, they weren't following them, they weren't, the coordination wasn't there. And, the state could privatize LIPA, but that's not a magic wand that's going to create coordination between the electric company and local government. This is an issue of whoever's in charge. And it seems to me that, we have on our agenda today a hearing on our guidelines for procurement. So that's important enough to have a hearing on. But we're not sending a letter to every municipal official saying, here's the website where our emergency plan is posted, and we're having a hearing on it, and come to LIPA if you have problems with it.
Are we sending communication to even if we're not inviting everybody, is there a communication to the local officials so they know where our emergency plan is?
I'm going to let Mike Deering respond to that.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you. We are, in fact, sending letters out. We've been meeting on a regular basis with a number of the municipalities about particularly floods and some of the changes that we're making in the process, particularly focused with National Grid having all incident command responsibilities throughout the entire process. As part of those meetings, we are discussing that. We've got draft policies and procedures now that we have shared with a number of the municipalities in the counties on the flood responsibilities and procedures, so that there's a very clear line of demarcation as to who's responsible at what points in time, and how we can effectively move forward on that. There will also be, and it's sitting in my computer right now, is a draft letter that will go out to every municipal official arranging for a regional municipal call to explain exactly what our procedures and processes will be, how things will change in terms of the communication with them, including these regional, sub-regional calls, to make it a much more efficient, and much more timely, and much more useful conversation for the local communities. And on that call, what we will be doing is further going through all of the changes in processes and procedures and what we are doing in terms of storm preparation and then storm restoration.